Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashia Dani and for today's video, I'm going to be taking you through 5 Korean home remedies that can replace your luxury skincare. So let's get started. By now, I must have seen 10,000 Korean glass skin videos, and Korean skincare is amazing. I know that, you know that, everybody knows that. But there are some ingredients that are recurring in these skincare products which you can actually find in your kitchen and that people in Korea have been using for centuries now as DIY. So let's dive into them. The first DIY that I have is something that people swear by according to my research. It's very easy to make and it's very readily available in everybody's kitchen, which is a green tea toner, which is like an ultimate detox for your skin. Green tea, we know for a fact, is packed with antioxidants and it has anti-inflammatory properties. It's also going to clear your skin of any free radicals. Plus, it's really good for acne-prone skin. All you gotta do is take a green tea packet, put it in warm water or normal water, doesn't matter. Leave it aside for 24 hours. Let the water soak in all the green tea. I prefer storing it in a spray bottle so it's easier to apply, but you can store it in any bottle. You can take it on a cotton pad and use it, doesn't matter. And you have to store this in your fridge to ensure it lasts for a couple of months. And this is what it's going to look like. Let's try it on. It smells quite bitter, just like green tea. I mean, obviously there's nothing else in this. Let's apply it. The smell is going to take some getting used to. And I've also seen them like slap the toner in, so let's do a little bit of that. My skin feels hydrated and kind of it's refreshing as well. Obviously the benefits of this I'm going to see in the long term. This is not a mask which is going to give you instant results, but definitely something you can incorporate in your daily routine, especially because it's so lightweight. Like I can't feel it on my skin anymore. Like it's completely absorbed, which is unlike any toner I've ever used. It's really nice. Second, we've got their favorite category, which is anti-aging, and obviously for that we need to be doing collagen boosting things. While collagen is something that is produced from within, so obviously you gotta be eating well and drinking well, but I have seen skincare products which have collagen and are actually really good. So let's try a DIY version of it. Ashwagandha is supposed to improve your skin's elasticity, which will reduce fine lines. So you can use raw ashwagandha or you can use an ashwagandha powder like I did, and you're just going to add some rose water to hydrate your skin and ideally to make it into a mask like this. So this is what the mask looks like, and I'm gonna apply it. It applies really well. And it feels so cold. It feels so cold. I think it's the rose water in it, but it's very cold as a mask. I'll have to leave it on for 20 minutes and show you the results. This is what it looks like, completely dried up. I can barely move my face. I've taken warm water on this sponge and we're gonna wipe it off. It feels like cement is being lifted off of my face. It feels so tight. My skin cannot move. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can feel my skin being pulled. Like it just feels so tight. It feels so firm. It's giving like low-key Botox energy. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, this mask definitely gets a 10 on 10 from me. It's making me feel like I'm one step closer to my Korean skin dreams, and it feels so good. I love it. Next, we've got something that Koreans happen to use multiple times through the day, which is a mist. And rice water happens to be one of the most hydrating, exfoliating, amazing ingredients for your skin, especially to get that glass skin effect. Fermented rice water is very rich in amino acids, vitamins and minerals that is going to leave your skin super hydrated and glowy. All you gotta do to make this is soak half a cup of rice or how much ever rice you want. Let it ferment overnight, put it in a bottle or a spray bottle like I have, and it's ready. So let's try it out. It smells so good. It smells like, I don't know, like have you guys had a bowl of hot rice with some ghee inside and just mixed. It smells like that. It smells so good. I'm slapping this one in as well. This is good to spray around all day if you want, you know, that boost of hydration. Your skin is looking dull, your makeup is looking dull, and you need to like wake your skin up. This is a good product for that. Honestly, I feel like my skin looks healthier, it looks hydrated, and it doesn't feel sticky or anything at all. Like you can't feel it on your skin. So if you have super oily skin and you're living in like a Mumbai as well, it's not going to bother you. It's going to actually feel really nice and hydrating, but also in the most dry way possible. It's not going to make your skin feel more oily. And if you're someone who has dry skin and are living in this weather, oh my god, you're going to feel so good when you apply this on your skin. You don't need to go wash your face in the middle of the day. Just a few spritz of this and you'll be good to go. Really like this one. Next, we've got another popular ingredient, which is rice flour. Rice flour, again, like rice water, is very hydrating and it exfoliates your skin quite a bit. I have tried this mask multiple times before and it gives me the most hydrated skin ever. It looks really glass-like and your skin is going to feel so soft and so supple after using this. All you gotta do is take some rice flour, add a little bit of aloe vera gel in it because it's going to activate more hydrating properties in the mask, and just gotta mix it. It's like a 2-ingredient thing. Let's apply this. I usually like to use a cold spoon to apply this. Like I freeze it for a few minutes and oh my god, this feels so good, you guys. And this spoon is really good to kind of depuff your face. It feels so cold. And I'm going to roughly apply it. This is not like your clay mask ki aapko barabar se lagana hai. You can just roughly just add it all over your face. Now this mask doesn't fully dry down. I'm just going to leave it on for 10 minutes. I was doing some time pass and it's definitely been like over 10 minutes. But you can see the mask doesn't like dry down. It's still very wet. So again, taking warm water on my sponge and just wiping this off. It's giving some exfoliating, like really feel the granules of the flour. That's why it's not going as smoothly as the previous mask did. You know what? I should probably massage this into my skin and then give it a good wash. We can see the exfoliating action as well. Yeah, I can feel like super tiny granules on my face. Let's wash it off. Not gonna lie, this was my least favorite mask to remove because it was literally stuck to my skin. It was stuck. I don't know how to explain it. My skin feels super soft after using this. Like I cannot stop touching it because it just feels so smooth and so soft. Like there is no bumps, nothing on my skin, and it's like my hand is slipping off of my skin. It feels so soft. Lastly, we've got a glow boosting mask, something that is popular but I had never heard of before. So it has one ingredient which I'm a little bit scared of, which is lemon juice, because ideally it can damage your skin's barrier, but it says to just add 1-2 drops just to get its exfoliating and antioxidant properties, which is I think fine. In a full mask, 2 drops should be completely fine. Next, we've got strawberries for premature aging and exfoliation, and it's going to boost your skin's glow. And some homemade yogurt, again for exfoliation and brightening of the skin and to bind these ingredients together. All you gotta do is mash some strawberries, add a spoonful of curd and few drops of lemon juice, and your mask is ready. This is a pink mask which is so cute. It honestly smells like a strawberry dessert and I wish I could eat it up. It smells amazing. This is a little goopy because I mean the strawberries are mashed, not crushed. So a little harder to apply. This also doesn't feel like a mask which is going to like dry down. I hate how messy it is, honestly. It's making my skin tingle. Must be the lemon and the strawberries. Let's leave this on for 10-15 minutes and I'll be right back. It's been a while now. The mask has actually half dried. Like some of the areas where the yogurt was not so thick have dried, but the others haven't. Feels a little disgusting, but Do I somehow look brighter to you guys? Like much brighter than before when this video started? Because are you seeing that? Do you think my skin like is shiny? I feel like my forehead looks like nice and shiny in like the best way possible. It feels much softer, like the face feels very soft. I don't know. It feels so glowy and so nice. Honestly, I'm so happy with all the masks that I used today that I genuinely feel like I looked much more different when this video started compared to now. All of these recipes have performed so beautifully, but I'm gonna rank them for you guys. Number one, we have the strawberry mask because I think it did a lot for my skin. Number two is the ashwagandha mask because I know for a fact that my oily skin loved it. Number three would be the rice fermented toner because I love the smell and it instantly hydrates the skin, making it feel so good. Number four would be the rice flour mask, again exfoliating very gently, so something you should be doing once a week minimum. And last would be the green tea toner because I feel like it didn't do anything instantly for my skin, so I'm ranking it last, but I know for a fact that in the long run this is something you can use every single day. And honestly, all these recipes are so good for your skin. That's about it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to like it, subscribe to my channel, comment below and let me know which of these recipes you're most excited to try out. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.